Hi, my name's Sarah, and this is my sister Katie.
And we just want to remind everybody that girls
Girls
like
like
rock
rock
too.
too. We are celebrating 25 years of Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, Blink-182's, well, one of their huge albums. This
Well,
was like huge.
I looked it up on Wikipedia and I don't remember who quoted it, but someone called it a rock bluster.
That's a good
No,
one.
sorry, rock buster. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was released June 12th, 2001.
Yeah. I
So,
remember this vividly.
me too. Me
Yeah.
too. Blink-182, I mean, at the point of this release, they were one of the biggest rock bands,
Yeah.
okay, I'd say, out.
Yeah.
And this album got completely huge. It's one of their like three big ones from the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
So Katie and I thought we'd celebrate it by counting down our top 10 favorite Blink-182 songs.
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
It is a big deal because I looked it up, Sarah, and it sold 14 million copies globally.
Yeah,
And it became the
that's
first
huge.
punk album to hit #1 in the US.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is that's crazy because
that is crazy.
Green Day had already come out with Dookie, they had come out with Nimrod, Blink had come out with Enema, but this and Offspring, they had huge albums, but
Yeah,
that really hit me. I was like, wow, the first punk album to hit #1 in the US.
that really hit me too. It took
Yeah.
a couple decades, but finally punk made it into the charts. And
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Punk is not dead.
No, it's not. No, Blink did a lot for punk.
Oh yeah, a lot.
This album peaked at number 4 in the UK, which is really good.
That's actually good for this style of music.
Yeah, exactly. And it went to number 1 here in Canada as well.
Yeah.
Before we start, though, I want to say congratulations to Blink-182 because they have made the 1 billion club on Spotify. Blink have 2 songs that have over 1 billion streams. And Katie, as a huge Blink-182 fan, do you know what these 2 songs are?
Oh my gosh. Okay, 2 Blink-182 songs that have hit 1 billion streams. I'm gonna guess First Date.
No.
Really? Okay, give me a hint. Like what album?
So one's off Take Off Your Pants, and the other one's off their self-titled.
Self-titled, I'm gonna go with I Miss You.
Yes. I Miss You has just almost 1.2 billion streams.
That one did really well.
Yeah.
I still hear that on the radio a lot.
Yeah, it's a good one.
From Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, well, if it wasn't First Date, I'm gonna say Rock Show. Stay
All-
Together for the Kids.
All the Small Things.
Oh, sorry. That's
oh,
Enema.
no. Oh, I'm sorry. That's from Enema.
Yeah,
Sorry about that. Okay.
that's okay. Okay.
All the Small Things has almost 1.6 billion.
Wow.
I thought it was going to be What's My Age Again.
No, all the small things that really took them over.
That was the bigger one.
Yeah.
I will say though, all the small What's My Age Again has almost 1 billion. That's their third
Okay.
at 997 million.
Okay.
Katie, I wanted to ask you because Blink-182, they're one of your ride or dies,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
They're
yeah.
up there with Pearl Jam, Pumpkins, Green Day, Oasis.
They are.
They're
Oh,
one
yeah.
of your main bands.
Yeah.
And when we talked about celebrating Take Off Your Pants and Jacket 25 years and doing our top 10, I'm wondering, as like a huge Blink-182 fan, did you have to think long and hard about these top 10, or
I
did
did.
you?
I did.
Okay.
No, it's funny.
So
I would have a song. I'd say in my head, you can't fall asleep at night. Okay, these are my 10. Then I'd be like, oh, darn, I forgot about that one. Okay, well, I'll replace it with this one. Oh, shoot, but then there's that one.
yeah.
So yesterday morning, I made a playlist of the top 10, which
that's a
was
good idea.
32 minutes long, which shows you their songs
Yeah.
are short and sweet. And I listened to it because it was so short, like 3 times while I did housework.
Oh, nice.
And I thought, no, okay, I can confirm this is my top 10.
Okay, so you're good with this.
I am.
Yeah, no more sleepless nights.
No more sleepless nights. No.
I'm soups curious what your number 1 is.
I'm curious what yours are. Because
I think you know what my number 1 is.
Sarah's kind of a late bloomer when it comes to Blink-182.
I am a late bloomer.
I feel like when Blink-182 was at its height, Sarah was all Britpop,
Yeah.
Coldplay,
Yes.
Kid A. And you didn't really take Blink-182 seriously.
No, it's true.
And I thought it's just funny because when you read Mark Hoppus's book, you started listening to them more.
Yeah.
And now,
I am-
25 years later, now you understand where I'm coming from.
I do actually. So Katie and I use YouTube Music to stream, and they gave me like a little recap of 3 months.
Okay.
Blink-182 was my most listened to artist.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt like I was cheating on Oasis.
It's okay. You could take a break.
I'm really getting into Blink-182, and I did
Yeah.
listened to every album for this top 10. So
The thing with Blink-182, Sarah, is millennials who weren't into them like me, so yourself,
Yeah.
you just think of the Naked Band.
yeah,
The silly All the Small Things band.
yeah,
Even First Date, that was a very funny video.
yes.
So I understand where you're coming from.
Okay. And actually, following up on that, there is a lot of depth to Blink-182.
There is.
They're a fantastic band. Let's count down our top 10 favorite Blink-182 songs, Katie.
Who's
Let's
going to
do it.
start? Who's going to take the lead?
All right. Number 10. Okay, I can start.
Go for it.
Number 10 for me is a bit cliche, but damn it.
Oh, wow. Dude Ranch made your top 10. That surprises me.
This is the one. So I did listen to Cheshire Cat and Dude Ranch.
Oh, whoa. You listened to Cheshire Cat?
Oh, I went hardcore, Katie. I went all in. I will say Cheshire Cat, you can hear the beginnings of the potential.
Carousel, M&M's.
There's something there.
Yeah.
There's something there. And Dude Ranch, I did like I'm Sorry.
Okay.
But damn it, I think just what it represents for Blink, because this was their first kind of big song.
Yeah.
Because it did get good play on like MTV, maybe Much Music too. But I think it's the excitement for what's to come. And that opening guitar riff is just so amazing. And it's a glimpse of just the incredible guitar melodies that this band will do later on. I don't want to say basic, but kind of basic guitar chords that are so freaking catchy, which is classic Blink-182. We see that in their later albums.
Simplicity is key.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Blink, they've had such an amazing career critically and commercially that this song still holds up. I think if you were to go see them live, the crowd would still go nuts for this song.
And they did. When I saw them in 2024.
They played it.
I think another thing about Damn It too, Sarah, is it's super catchy and it wasn't overplayed because they weren't huge yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas
That's
All
true.
the Small Things, spoiler alert, didn't make my top 10. I like that song, but kind of how you used to feel about Wonderwall. It's like, oh my goodness, again, All the Small Things.
All the Small Things is their Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Really. So that's my number 10. Katie, what about you?
My number 10 is a song I distinctly remember you rolled your eyes at and was like, I do not like this song. Can you guess this one?
I don't know. I wonder if we have any overlap.
We might.
Yeah.
So my 10th on my list is Man Overboard.
Oh, okay.
So Man Overboard, this was released on the Mark, Tom, and Travis show, which is a live CD they came out with in between the release of Enema of the State and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Yeah. So it did quite well, this live CD.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That did really well.
I had a copy of it at some point. I don't know. I lost it over the years moving from student house to student house. But I always enjoyed Man Overboard because I just think it's a beady, catchy song. But now as an adult listening to it and after reading Mark Hoppus's memoir, which I apologize if Sarah and I keep bringing up Fahrenheit 182, but
it was so
now
great.
that we've read it, it just brings a lot of things to light.
Totally.
It's actually a pretty deep song, Man Overboard, because it talks about Scott Rayner, their original drummer, his alcoholism issues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
okay.
which you can totally tell from the lyrics.
Yeah.
You know, you're barely sober, watch a friend drown.
Yeah. I do remember that one. That wasn't on an actual album, though, right?
No, it was just on that live album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Number 9. For me, Every Time I Look for You.
Oh.
Which is on Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. I didn't know this. It's actually on the American Pie 2 soundtrack.
Yeah, I do that.
But this is a great song. It really just kind of popped out for me when I was listening to Take Off Your Pants. And I put like the shift between, and Blink do this really well, like the shift between the verse and the chorus.
Yeah.
It's very, I don't know, dynamic.
Yeah.
And I think that just that is really strong in their self-titled album.
Yeah.
And I think it hints at that here. And they do that really well in this song. And I think there is some maturity to this album. I read that some people have called Take Off Your Pants Enema Part 2. But I don't think that's the case.
No.
I don't agree with that. I think it's a bridge between the self-titled and Enema, but there's development with this
Yeah.
record. And I just think like there's an emotion to the music and the lyrics in this song.
Yeah.
It's a bit mature. I really like it.
So I may as well mention, so that made my number 8
Okay.
every time I look for you.
Nice.
That's always been one of my favorite Take Off Your Pants and Jacket song.
Yeah.
It's beaty,
It
has
is.
emotion to it, and I even just like the cleverness of like lives are wasted, or no, hearts are wasted, lives are broken.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, just the classic Mark and Tom, their vocals playing off each other.
Yes. Oh, they go so well together. Yeah, no, it's a good one.
Yeah. Okay, so that was your number
That was number 9. for
number
me.
9. Okay, so number 9 for me, taking it back to Dude Ranch, Waggy.
Okay, nice.
Waggy.
Wow. Okay.
So Dude Ranch, I never actually owned Dude Ranch. A friend of mine, her older brother had it, and she
Okay.
lent it to me. I borrowed it at the height of my Green Day obsession. So I listened to it a bit, didn't really give it the time of day. This was back in, oh my goodness, 2000, I guess, when I was at the height of my Green Day love.
nice.
Then my last year of high school, my best friend, Allison, burnt me a Blink-182 CD because millennials will know the feeling of burning a CD.
Oh yeah.
Because that's how you listen to music
That's
in
what
your
you
car,
did. And that's how
other
you
than
shared
radio.
Yeah. And that's how you shared music
Yeah.
right, with your friends.
And I
stuff.
remember Allison put Waggy randomly and emo
Okay.
on my is it emo? Oh gosh, I can't even remember. On the CD. And those were 2 Dude Ranch songs I had not paid attention to, and they're still some of my favorite Blink-182 tracks.
Oh,
Just a catchy song talking about what I assume is a breakup for Mark or Tom, or at the time Scott, whoever, and their girlfriend, and just, I don't know, watching your house shrink away in my rearview mirror. Just
Ooh,
really
wow. Yeah.
paints a picture of leaving a relationship, and I've always liked it.
Yeah.
So that's
No,
my
great.
number 9.
Ooh, Dude Ranch making it in there, eh?
Dude Ranch making it in there. So then everyone knows my number 8 every time I look for you. Sarah, what was your number 8?
Going Away to College.
Oh, classic
Yeah.
Enema.
It's a classic one. It popped out for me. I put that softer opening riff. Then it gets
Yeah.
into like a harder, kind of heavier.
Yeah.
Mark and Tom sound great together. I
They do.
think this one is really good with the harmonies and stuff. And again, a little bit of maturity for
Yeah.
Enema of the State. I really like This World's an Ugly Place, but You're So Beautiful to Me. Just thought that was really cool. And I think Enema meant a lot to us millennials because I know there's a lot of like teenage themes on it. And so
Yeah.
it gets kind of like thrown out. But these topics and themes meant a lot to you when you're a teen,
Yeah.
right? And so this one, there's an emotional depth to it, I think, with Going Away to College. And it just popped out for me when I was listening to Enema of the State.
I just remember listening to it when the album came out when I was like 12, thinking, oh, I hope one day I have a boyfriend who sings this song about me when I go to college. Spoiler alert, didn't happen.
No.
but
All right, Katie, are we on to number 7?
We're on to number 7.
All right.
My number 7 pick is a bit controversial because it does not feature Tom DeLonge. It is during...
So did you go with California or 9?
I went with Bored to Death, which is from California.
Wow. I did not do any California or 9, but California, man, is that a good album?
I wasn't going to because I didn't think it was fair to Tom. And if you've watched our podcast before, been following up, I love Tom DeLonge. I do.
Yeah.
And so I thought I'm not going to pick any songs that don't have Tom. However, after reading Mark's book, I'm like, that's not really fair to Mark and Travis. And
Yeah.
Matt, well, Matt was in the band because Tom left, he wanted to leave. And I kind of appreciated that the second time Tom left the band, Travis and Mark are like, why? Why do we have to stop our band?
Yeah.
Because of him. And Bored to Death is an excellent song.
Yeah.
I remember not listening to Blink for a while. I don't know. I just kind of took a little bit of a break
Sure. Yeah,
in
it
my late
happens.
20s, early 30s. And
Yep.
I remember being at a gym and this song came on. And I was like, oh man, this sounds like Blink-182. What song is this? And going home and listening to it. And it's a good song.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's an excellent record. And you're right. I mean, Mark and Travis are just as much a part of Blink as Tom is.
They are.
So-
And I could also totally see Tom singing this song with Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, for sure. Matt went well. I mean, you can't beat Tom, I guess, in
No,
Blink-182,
but Matt was a fine fill-in though.
yeah, he did a really great
He
job.
did do a great
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
So I have nothing against the guy, and I thought I do listen to this song a lot. So you know what? Sorry, Tom. I'm gonna put Bored to Death on my top 10.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah,
Number 7.
that's what we're on. Yes.
Okay. I did a tie. As you know,
Sarah, you're not allowed ties.
I know. I'm sorry, Katie. This is my one tie for this
okay.
list. I love their new record. I love
Okay.
it. So I did a tie of Dance With Me and Fell in Love. It's
Okay.
numbers
Both good.
2 and 3. I had these songs on repeat.
Yeah.
They are so catchy
They
and
are.
so well done. I am a big fan of this latest album. And I think it's just like, just so much for them, right? Tom
Yeah.
comes back,
Yeah.
Mark being able to move on from his health concerns of cancer and everything.
Travis in a new relationship.
Travis in
having
a new
baby.
relationship. Yep, that's right. So many things for all of
Yeah.
them. And they come back
A lot
together.
of new beginnings.
Yeah, new beginnings. That's right.
Because Tom got
And-
remarried too. So
Oh, okay. So there you go. I just find there's a polishness to it, but there's still that raw excitement that we all love of Blink-182.
yeah.
And I don't know, these two songs, I'm like, these are so good and
It's
so catchy.
Funny. I
love it.
remember when Tom announced he was back in the band and Blink were like, we're going to come out with new music. I remember Tom DeLonge specifically saying, we're going to come out with the best music we've ever come out with. And I got to be 100% honest, Sarah. As a Blink fan, I thought,
Yeah.
Tom, I don't know. You're saying that, but is that really the case? No, it was the case. I think it's an awesome album. I think they did a bang-up job on it.
Yes, they really did.
Yeah.
And those elements of like new wave, like punk kind of
Yeah.
new wave into it.
Yeah.
What did I say? A mix of like classic Blink, but mature. Like
Yeah.
we're back. We're
Yeah.
back. Phenomenal album. And I had to put these two on because I listened to them like
They're good.
all the
when
time.
they sing Ole Ole.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Number 6.
Feeling This.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's one
Yeah.
of their big ones.
Feeling This is a big one. So Feeling This from their 2003 self-titled album. I remember when it first came out being like, I don't really get it. Like, I'm not really
It's
into this
different.
song. It is.
It's different. Yeah.
Over the years, it's really grown on me. And this was at my height of my high school career. So I think back to that. For me, that's a fun thing to think back to. I'm fortunate in that way. And even I remember in like grade 12, some of my friends and I like hanging out in like a camping trailer singing this part,
Yeah.
you know? And then what reaffirmed me loving it is when I went to see them back with Tom in 2024. This is what they opened with. And just, it was
Oh.
just perfect. Man,
That's a
it
great
just,
opener.
the excitement of the crowd at the Rogers Center, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So it kind of reaffirmed it's one of my favorite Blink-182 songs.
Nice. That's a great one, Katie.
Yeah.
Number 6, also maybe a bit controversial, a little bit. I don't know with you.
Uh-oh.
Ghost on the Dance Floor. So this is Neighborhoods. And I feel bad with Neighborhoods because I know, and Mark opened up about this a lot, it wasn't a great time for the band.
No.
I think for all of them, especially all together. They kind of came back, but there was just some negative vibes maybe between
it just
the three
didn't
men.
feel it just didn't feel organic and natural.
Yeah. I will say though, I really like Neighborhoods. I think it's a great album.
Yeah.
So I wanted to add one of them to this list. So number 6, Ghost on the Dance Floor. It's the first song. It sets the tone. It's moody, but in a thoughtful way, which is
Okay.
maybe the vibe of the band. And I just wanted to share, I got this off Wikipedia, what Tom says about this song. So he wrote in Kerrang, it's about being somewhere and hearing a song which you shared with someone who has passed away, but you can feel them that night. And it's kind of like you can take it however you want to take it, this song. And maybe he's commenting a bit on his relationship with Blink-182
Yeah.
and Mark and Travis in that.
Yeah.
And then he continues, I really like this. I think the point of a good song is that to different people, it strikes a chord for whatever reason, and I can only be responsible for half of it. I can put it out there, but other people have to hear it and have it do something. That's all I do it for that hope that it will do something. I just really, really like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find this song really touching, and maybe losing someone that's special to you. I lost a really good friend last year. I think about her a lot, and just thinking of this song, like
Yeah.
the lyric, if your eyes stay right on mine, my wounds would start to heal. I don't know. I just think it's really, really good.
Yeah, they're talented musicians,
Yeah.
Blink. They're very
Yeah.
good songwriters.
They are. They
Yeah.
are. I really enjoyed that album. I know it was a tough time for them. I don't know if they play anything from that on their tours, but
I don't even remember. I'd have to look back on the set list. I want to say
yeah.
no, but I would
Yeah.
have to look back. I did contemplate. I do really like After Midnight.
Oh yeah.
I thought of putting it on the list, but just didn't make it there for me.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Halfway through, Sarah, and I went with a gem from One More Time.
Ooh, nice.
So I'm doing later Blink. Edging.
Edging.
Edging, I remember hearing this song because it was only like 3 years ago. And I thought, like, damn, Tom, you are right. You guys are coming out with the best music of your career. Such a good song. Good lyrics, but you got the just fun punk pop of Blink-182.
Yeah.
And you feel the energy of the three guys back together.
I love how you say that. There's I do have another One More Time song coming up, and like you feel it.
Yeah.
That feeling you get, and
see,
I love it.
you didn't get that with Neighborhoods. Neighborhoods felt
No.
forced.
Yeah. Yeah.
One More Time felt like the three guys were back in the room together in Travis's studio being like, let's make the best music of our career. And they did it. They
Yeah.
achieved it.
Yeah.
Edging, I didn't actually look up what it meant, the song, like what it means, because I have an idea in my head of what I think it means, and I don't want it to be tarnished by looking up other
That's the most
theories.
important thing, though, like what Tom just said, right?
Yeah.
How you interpret
And
it.
after watching the Zane Lowe interview they did and reading Mark's book and thinking about it, I think Edging is about their history and getting back together.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a big part of that album.
Well, even Mark, they pursued me on foot, but I hid in the crowd like a ghost because, Tom wanted them to get back together for what Mark claims was financial reasons.
Yeah.
And cigarette, what does he say? Cigarette burns in the back of my car, just kind of referring back to the days where they toured together and they were all best friends and young.
Yeah.
And, Tom talking about leading the brokenhearted, like he really broke Tom's heart. That's just what I think. I think it's about Mark and Tom and Travis getting back together. And,
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely.
yeah, going through a dark past.
Yes.
And just a freaking catchy song.
yeah. Yeah. Oh man, that album
Yeah.
is so good.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Katie. Number 5 for me is Always.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's my number 3. So
Oh,
we can talk
okay.
about it together.
It's a love song.
Yeah.
That's how I take it. I think this would be really cool at a wedding. And I say love song because I really like when hard alternative rock bands do like a love song.
Mhm.
I think that's really great. And I find this relatable because I like when he keeps saying, so here I am, I'm trying. It's like realistic,
Yeah.
right? Because you're like, I'm trying. I'm only a human being. I really want to be with you. I'm going to give it a go. I really like that. I just find
Yeah.
there's like an earnestness in this song.
Yeah.
Maybe at this point they've met their significant others and they wrote this. That was an inspiration to it. I don't know, but
It's funny.
it's a really well done song.
Well, it's funny how we've talked so many times about how you can interpret lyrics your own way.
Of course.
See, I see it as a breakup song.
Yeah, I can
'Cause
see that.
We've been here before a few times. I'm quite aware we're dying. I just feel two people in a relationship where the relationship is clearly dead. It's time to move on. But the one in the relationship wants to hold on and hold you always.
Yeah,
That's just how I see it. But
can
I
see
can
it.
totally see how it's a love song too. I mean, come on, let me hold you, touch you, feel you always.
Yeah, and I think I guess I interpret it as you're both saying that. Whoever's
Okay.
like it's a romantic relationship with two people, two individuals, and you're both saying this. I want to be with you, and I'm trying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of I like that.
But just a beady song.
Oh
You
my
can really
gosh.
see the 80s vibes.
Yeah,
the
that
80s
that new
influence.
wave stuff.
Yeah, the new
yeah.
wave. Yeah.
Like they're playing with these new sounds
Yeah.
in this album.
Yeah.
And
And maturity, again, the maturity of Blink. Their self-titled album is just known as
Yeah.
showing the real raw emotion and mature levels of Blink.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you can see it in songs like Always.
Oh, yeah. It's such a good song.
My number 4 was, again, from One More Time, More Than You Know.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, so you have a few from
Oh, More Than You Know.
yeah, yeah.
I came across it before I listened to the whole album. There was a lyric video of it on
Oh,
YouTube.
cool.
So
Oh,
I
I love
watched
those.
it,
Yeah.
and just I know Sarah and I keep saying the raw emotion, but really the
But
raw emotion.
it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Well, it's so genuine, that album, I think.
yeah. And again, I think just looking at the lyrics, I would think it's about the relationship between Mark and Tom.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
I-
for sure.
Anyone who's had a best friend and has had a falling out with them, and whether you're fortunate enough that you come back together or you don't, it is heartbreak.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Heartbreak isn't just like heartbreak can be many things.
Yeah, heartbreak's not just romantic relationships.
no, it's
Heartbreak
not.
is all relationships in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And yeah, just the lyrics of More Than You Know, like, your bed is the last battlefield, a nuclear weapon. You poison yourself with the thought I won't love you to death. And I know, okay, so maybe that sounds like a romantic relationship, but I
Not
think it's
necessarily,
between
though. Not necessarily. Like
Yeah.
you said.
And like, I shook all the leaves from your tree and left you with nothing.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah. Wait for the phone to ring, because Mark always waited for Tom to get the band back together. I just think it's totally between
Oh, yeah.
Mark and Tom. And what I like is they both sing in it.
I love that. Yeah, they do that so well.
They do that so well.
Yeah, that's a great song, Katie.
Yeah. So that was my number 4.
Nice. My number 4. Okay, I went with it. What's My Age Again?
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know. I did like this song when it did.
Yeah,
it did.
it
come
was a
out.
very good song.
Yeah,
I had to
it's-
record it on a cassette tape
Oh,
from the
did
radio.
you?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a very well done song, and I wrote, "Is this their defining song?" Between
think
their
so.
huge songs, I never got sick of this one as opposed to All the Small Things.
I agree. I much would more so
Yeah.
rather listen to that one than All the Small Things.
I feel like I know we always talk about Oasis, but All the Small Things is their Wonderwall. What's My Age Again? It's kind of their Don't Look Back in Anger, where
okay.
it sounds very blinky and you don't get sick of it.
No.
I don't know. It's great. I mean, you got the guitar and the drums, that bass line that's really strong.
Yeah.
The guys sound awesome, and
And it's funny.
it's funny. It's the classic Blink humor, and it's just one that I think still hits. And I think I put it on here as a millennial, like, nostalgia.
Oh, nostalgia. I think I feel
Gosh.
like I've mentioned this in a past episode, Sarah, but I was at a karaoke party once with coworkers, and this song came on, and the energy of the
Yeah.
room.
Oh,
Everybody
for
went back to
sure, for
2001, or
Yes.
I guess 1999,
Yeah,
when this song
is
came
old.
on.
And the thing with this song is everybody thinks of the naked video, and that was big, but the song is well done.
It is.
Like, the naked video kind of takes front and center for this song, which is kind of unfortunate because then it's kind of laughed at. 'Cause this is the beginning with the guitars. I'm like, this is very well done.
It is. I think they leave that to like the last song of their set list.
Oh, yeah, I could totally see
or like
that.
before the encore, I want to
yeah,
say.
Yeah, totally.
And coming out with the naked video, that was actually really risky for them, because they could have
Yeah.
been just simply known as the band with the naked video and then nothing beyond that.
That's true, actually, because that song was so huge. And the thing is, that video was so huge because it's quite striking. These 3 guys running naked down
Running
the
naked, yeah, somewhere in
street.
San Diego.
You're right. It is different. But no, they kept going. Like, they're
Yeah.
not, when I think of Blink-182, yes, that's one of the things I do think of, like the naked video, but it's not the only thing,
Yeah.
which is really cool. Like,
Yeah.
that they were able to grow.
And I mean, become one of the
Yeah.
biggest punks, like one of the highest selling punk bands of all time, really.
One of the biggest rock bands of all time, I'd say.
I think so.
For sure.
Top 3, Sarah.
Top 3.
Oh my
Okay, so
gosh.
Always. My
Yeah.
number 3 is I Miss You.
Oh, it's a good one. Didn't make my
Yeah.
top 10, but it's a good one.
It's good. I put Mark and Tom sound amazing together.
They do.
Oh my gosh. And so I think this highlights their singing relationship really well. And I love the lyrics. Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. And then Mark goes, I miss you. I miss you.
Yeah.
It's dark. And this one, I know it's one of their big ones, but it stuck out. Like, it's unique for them, this song.
Yes, it was different.
It was different. It was different. And I also put like gothic vibes.
Well, hello there, the angel from my nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah. So darker. And I really like the piano.
Yeah.
And the drums. I mean, this sounds silly to say, but Travis is a phenomenal drummer.
He is. He is one of the best drummers, I think, of all time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the drums are like subtle here, but it
Yeah.
works. His style works really well with this softer, darker song.
Yeah.
I just had to put it up. It's right up there for me.
Yeah.
It's a really well done song.
Wow. So number 3.
Number 3.
Okay. And then I said number 3 was always for me. So
Wow.
number 2.
Top 2, Katie. What's your number 2?
So my number 2 wasn't a single
Ooh.
from their self-titled album. Here's Your Letter.
Ooh. Okay. I can't pinpoint that one.
For me, it's nostalgia. I
Yeah.
just love that song.
Yeah.
I love the lyrics. I think I take it as just a classic breakup song. Like I give
Yep.
you a letter and the words get confused.
Well, a lot of Blink songs are like breaking up or relationships, and it's so relatable.
It is
right?
relatable
For everyone.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Mark really takes the lead in this song. I don't even think you really hear Tom's vocals in this song.
Okay.
And yeah, it's always been one of my go-tos. So
That's
I
awesome.
kept it as number 2 on my list.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Oh. Number 2 for me, One More Time.
Oh, yeah. That one has a lot of emotion. That's a tearjerker, that one.
It is. This almost made number 1 for me.
Wow.
But I wrote, okay, it's so much for this. This song is so powerful. I put it's reflection, relationships
Yeah.
with others and yourself, maturity, love, regret, forgiveness, friendship.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, the feeling, like you can feel it in their voices. You
Yeah.
can feel it. And the emotion takes the forefront in this song as
Yeah.
opposed to, because Blink, I mean, you got to give it to Blink. Like their melodic arrangements are like on point
Yep.
throughout their career.
Yeah.
But this one, it's really the emotion in their singing that
Yeah.
takes it. And I just think it's so beautiful. It's so vulnerable. And,
Travis even sings on it.
oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, if you watch the
awesome.
music video too, you can see that he's singing on it.
Oh, okay. I did watch the music video, but I
Oh,
guess I missed
okay.
that. That's even
And
more
I take
awesome.
it back. What's my age again? They save for close to the end, but I believe when I saw them in 2024, they ended with this song.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of a
That-
nice closer.
Well, it just Blink-182, they went through so much together and individually as humans. Like this song, I just really hit me. It's
a good
an,
one.
Yeah, it's an amazing song.
Yeah.
Um,
It does
It's-
make you sit there and reflect on things.
it does. It does. Like they're just so. We'll say it again. Raw.
Raw emotion.
So raw.
Did
emotion.
we mention Blink-182 are just a raw band?
But a lot of the bands that we talk about on this podcast, Katie, I think that's why they resonate so much with so many of us. Blink-182, they were always like, here we are.
Yep.
This is who we are.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to that. And that's in this new album too.
Yes.
So that's number 2 for me, almost number 1.
Oh man, I feel like Sarah, you know what my number 1 is.
Honestly, I was thinking about that this week, Katie.
And if any of you are out there who
don't-
watched our podcast series, you'll know because I have mentioned it.
Have you? I just can't. I can't pinpoint it.
Down, down, down.
Oh, Down. That's a good one. That's
I
a
don't
good
know if
one.
it's cliche because it's a single.
No.
It's such a good song.
Yeah, no. It's a phenomenal song.
Phenomenal
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Liked it when it came out. How many years later? 23 years later. Still love that song. I love the music video. I love the lyrics, like tidal waves rip right through me. And
Yeah, that's a good one.
then when I saw when I saw Angels and Airwaves, Tom played just a little snippet of it,
Oh, really?
which was
Oh,
kind of a
that's cool.
tease because he was done
Yeah.
with Blink, but he played this song
Mm,
and it just solidified my love for it.
that's a great song. It's a great song and a great single.
I know your favorite.
My number 1, First Date.
First date. I again, you mentioned that.
I did. I have mentioned that before.
Yeah.
And I always liked this song, even back in the day when I wasn't a huge Blink listener. It's got the humor, the catchiness that we all love of Blink 182. And I like it even more when Mark mentioned in his memoir
That it was like a
that
last minute.
it was kind of a last minute screw you to the record label because
Yeah.
they said take off your pants and jacket
dark.
was too dark and like, I don't know, moody or creepy.
Yeah.
And so Mark and Tom are like, okay, screw you. We're going to write the catchiest songs. And they write The Rock Show and First Date. And I think that's really cool how it's kind of
Yeah.
the cheekiness of it as well.
Yeah.
And it's so catchy. And I was thinking a lot about Blink 182 this week for today's episode. And I was just thinking that it's so catchy that maybe the First Date, some 10-year-old hears it and is like, oh, this is really cool. I'm going to check out more of Blink and more of like alternative rock music and punk.
I could see that.
Like, I think Blink would be a really great band for that. And so I like to think that maybe this is one of those songs too, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, always liked it. Stayed with me. I love it. It's nostalgia. It's a great song.
It is. It is. It didn't make my top 10, but it is a good song.
Yeah.
Wow, there you have it, everybody. So we had a few overlap.
We did. But
Yep.
we had some variety too. Like some deeper
And
cuts.
we ranged.
We did, Katie.
Ranged from Dude Ranch all the way to One More Time.
Almost all albums were included on our
Yeah.
top 10, which is pretty cool.
Actually, yes, that's right. Except for, sorry, Shasar Cat.
And 9.
Oh, and 9. Sorry.
Let us know your top 10 favorite Blink 182 songs. We'd love to know
Yeah.
in the comments. Thank you so much for listening. Katie and I really appreciate your time. We post a new full episode every other Friday. The podcast is available on YouTube and Spotify.
And we just want to remind everybody that
Girls like rock too.
And don't forget to hit subscribe.